China has announced a blockbuster trade surplus, the world's largest ever, of $1.19 trillion for 2025. What is even more remarkable is that this is after adjusting for inflation. Keith Bradshaw of the New York Times reports that China's surplus, the value of goods and services it sold abroad versus its imports, represents an increase of 20% from 2024, according to data released by the country's General Administration of Customs. The Chinese juggernaut has rolled on globally in the face of President Donald Trump's tariffs. While tariffs worked in the context of the United States, reducing China's trade surplus bilaterally by 22%, it is almost as if Beijing's export monster became even hungrier internationally by capturing other markets in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Markets in Southeast Asia and Africa have been particularly profitable for China. Chinese factories also appear to have managed to bypass the US tariffs by shipping goods to America via Southeast Asia and elsewhere. Bradshaw reports that Beijing's leaders have pursued an ambitious industrial policy to replace imports with domestic production. He writes their goal has been to build national self-reliance in many industrial sectors. However, one significant consequence of this approach is that Chinese families are spending less on goods themselves. Also, Beijing has deliberately kept its currency, the renminbi, weak ever since the onset of COVID-19 in 2020. A notable feature of the Chinese export-oriented economy has been that it has not had a trade deficit for the last 33 years since 1993. Economists have, however, warned that the export-heavy approach may be counterproductive eventually. Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, warned at a news conference in Beijing last month that China should allow its currency to strengthen and rely more on domestic consumer spending instead of ever-rising exports, according to the Times.